Hi, all. This is our podcast episode again. Now, our guest speaker is Filipa Pinto Cardoso from Portugal, and we are in a lovely place again because we are in South Africa, Johannesburg, and we are doing the South African conference. And one of her topic is the sugar regulation and the stress. Hi, Filipa. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Andrew? Hi, everyone.
I'm absolutely fine. Can you explain for the listeners how we can connect the sugar regulation issue with the stress?
Yes, of course. We know that sugar regulation is an issue that is part of everyone's life, not only about the cravings for sugar that everyone has, and these cravings for sugar can lead into deeper problems that are related with sugar regulation. And these cravings, we can help people with some programs that deal with the addiction, with parasites that are influencing this, and most of all with the stress involved with this issue with the sugar regulation. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I try to understand. So it means now we are stressing because of the weather, because of the politician situation or political situation, because of the war. So that kind of stress can be effect on our sugar problems.
Yes, for sure. The sugar regulation is an issue that it occurs in some environmental stress that we all live, like wars, like job, traffic, a lot of things to do, and people usually compensate on eating desserts and ice creams, and they intake a lot of sugar that is, I think it's worse than cocaine. Sugar is an addicting how you say addicted issue, and people get involved with this, and they for compensating their lacks of certain things and to compensate their emotions and to compensate stress, they eat sugar like coke and ice cream and all the carbs. And with this stress, people try to live in a way that it's not very wealthy. Yeah.
So it means the sugar regulation can be a search for sweetness or sweet life.
Yes, because regulation is totally connected with the pancreas function.
Yes.
And we know that when someone suffers from any problems occurring from pancreas is the organ that is related with the sweetness of life. And our lives these days are not that sweet. So the pancreas pays the bill in the end of the day. So the
Okay.
pancreas starts to work not so properly, and we will start to get some insulin resistance, and with the sugar regulation is starting to be weak, and the cells don't receive the proper signals from the pancreas. They cannot absorb the nutrients, and it's very hard to deal with it.
Okay, and how the biofeedback is connecting with this issue?
The biofeedback is connecting with this issue in a very, very good way because, first of all, we deal with stress, and stress is everything. It's not the overall stress only, it's the stress related with the pancreas function, it's related with the sugar regulation. And with biofeedback, we have several programs that deal with balancing the pancreas as a whole and all the emotions involved with. Our software also works with the insulin resistance and helps the people to better manage their intake foods and to better manage their stress, emotions, and mental patterns. So it's an overall issue that is addressed but focused on the pancreas and on sugar. Yes.
Okay, as I understand, stress is connected with everything, and with the biofeedback device, we can reduce the stress levels or the stress factors,
Yeah.
and that's how we can help for the people to not heal because it's not healing,
Manage.
deal with the
Yeah.
mental issues.
Yes, we can repattern the thought patterns. We can work the emotions because we know that our emotions are sometimes unbalanced, too much of this or too less of this. And with biofeedback, we are not stimulating anything. We are just correcting and get the best level as you can for each person. It's not one is the same for all. No, the biofeedback sessions are so specific because everyone we do tests and we know exactly what is going on with that person, which I mean that treating and work not treating but working with sugar regulation with you, Andrew, it's not the same as working with sugar regulation with me, because we have different metabolisms, we have different stresses, we have different
Yes.
ways of living, lifestyles. So biofeedback has this wonderful tool that it will work precisely your characteristics that are so different from mine. That's why we do calibration and we do a test and we have rectification numbers. So it's really focused on the client's needs on that moment.
So we are not focusing, it's probably calibrating for the specific person, so personalize the sessions.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, I understand. What can be the sugar regulation problem? So it can be insulin resistance, as you mentioned.
Yes, it can be insulin resistance, it can be hyperglycemia, it can be hypoglycemia, it can be an endocrine problem as well. It can be related with a lot of different things, and also and mainly, for instance, the diabetes too, for instance, is related with what you eat. So if you have a proper diet and you do a biofeedback session regularly, you can educate yourself with the proper nutrition and to stabilize the right levels of insulin and everything that you need in order to get rid of that diabetes too.
So it means you don't, no, we are not recommending to stop the medical pills.
No, no, no,
First,
never,
we need
never.
to
Educate.
educate ourselves,
Yes,
educate our plans like the stress handling, eating habits, and everything with the biofeedback and all of the vitamins and minerals. And
yes.
that's how we can start dealing with this issue. And maybe in the end, we get not healthy, but we get better than
Better.
before.
Yes, it's very important in our practice with biofeedback that we talk with our clients and bring that consciousness that they need to know that they are responsible for what is happening to them. I'm talking in a broad way. Of course, there are types of problems with sugar regulation that is not only this, but regarding like the diabetes type 2, it's your responsibility to get better together with all the treatments that you can have, but you have to have this consciousness, and people in general, they don't have this consciousness that if they change their diet, if they change their lifestyle, and they can do wonderful things for their health.
So it means biofeedback can be a tool for get healthy lifestyle, or
Yes, biofeedback can be a tool for a healthy lifetime because, first of all, we deal with stress. First of all, we balance the emotions. First of all, we balance the brain waves, the thought patterns, and we balance the digestive system. We balance all the organs. So we do not stimulate anything, we do not treat anything, we just balance, we correct. And that's the way we can help our clients, because sugar regulation, it's not only a physical problem, it's an environmental problem, it's an emotion problem, it's a mental problem, social problem. So it's like a holistic way to approach someone to get a better health.
yeah. So our device is not a magic one.
No, it's not magic at all.
The magic is inside us.
Yes,
So we need
yes.
to control ourselves to get the magic.
Yes, exactly. And with biofeedback, we can help with this kind of. It's a very hard word to use, the addiction, but we are all addicted into something, either to sugar or to carbs or to movies or to TikTok or to Instagram. They're all addictions that we are not aware that we have this kind of addiction. And with biofeedback, we can restructure the way the people behave, and they can have the consciousness of what they are doing now and what they are able to change themselves. So this is the magic.
Yeah, thank you for this conversation. It
Thank
was
you,
nice.
Andrew.
I hope now everybody gets a cleaner information regarding the sugar regulation, what it means, and how can we deal with that.
Yes,
So
I hope so.
thank you so much,
Thank you, Andrew. It was my pleasure.
and we will see each other soon. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.